Right, so back to the feature table. We've lost Renier Brits. There's the effervescent Neil Andrews.
Thinking hard.
I'm all in.
He has put the lollipop in the middle. It's 30 players left, and Will Andrews' little snowmen double him up.
Dale Winterstein, we haven't seen much of in this tournament. He's been very quiet in the corner.
Yeah, that's one thing about Dale. You know, he usually gets his money in good spots. He doesn't mix it up too much and get too overly erratic and aggressive during the course of the tournament. He'll build slowly and steadily, and often is there at the end.
You, mate, you got to make your stand.
Right, so Govender, who I think has given away of some of that big stack. You can see it's been a while since we've seen him in a pot, and there's been a few hands in between, so he's gone a bit backwards. The Doctor's stack is still quite significant. Now, Deon Anthony, well...
Pocket kings. Between him and Raymond, I don't think they go anywhere else on the table.
Right, so Deon Anthony has all the chips, and between him and Rami, they own the chips and they own the deck of cards at this point.
So Deon Anthony, I'm sure going to put in a raise, just thinking about it.
He's probably going to raise him here, Caitlin, just to isolate him, because he doesn't want any of the weak aces or queen jacks coming along and suddenly his kings die like a mossy in a multi-way pot. So you'll probably just isolate him just to keep it heads up and make his position a little bit stronger.
And Ray looks like he's got something to think about. What could he possibly have?
These three have always got something to think about.
I'll fold.
Thank God. Well done.
Getting out of trouble, folding. Doesn't want to lose the extra 200,000 that Deon Anthony raised.
And you can see Neil Andrews' face. He's not the picture of happiness here. He looks very desolate. You can see that the man knows he's on the back end of a whipping stick. Or is it the back end of a cigar? Anyway, he needs an 8.
And the flop comes, a king on the flop just to secure it for Mr. Anthony.
Come on, running 8s one time. If it was Darren Kramer, you would have a go.
And a 6 on the turn and a 3 on the river means that Neil Andrews is finally out in 30th position. His best showing so far here at the All Africa tournament. Well done. Thank you for coming. Pocket Queens up against Ace King.
So it's the classic race, AK against Queens. Ace or King for Van Elmenkirk, not going to be. Rieder holds on, and Van Elmenkirk out in 29th. So we've reached the top 30 of the tournament. We're in the business end now.
So the TV table is still going. 30 players left in the tournament. How do I know that? Because Muggins here was the 30th to go out. But to be honest, I'm pretty happy with the performance. Michael Collett told me to tell all the viewers out there that my game is obviously suited to professional deep stack tournaments, and I must come here more often with a full field. But yeah, so we finished 30th, which is marginally better than last time, where I was 53rd out of 109, and we won't even mention the first time I came here and embarrassed myself by finishing 109th out of 111. So some improvement, but let's get back to the serious matters, which is that those two gentlemen down there, Deon Anthony and Ray Rami, are red hot at the moment. Interesting little battle. They're sitting next to each other, and I think they're pretty much the two big stacks of the tournament. Robert Kay has arrived at this table, so that's your TV table right now. As I say, about 30 players left, or less than 30 now after we've probably done this, and that means we're starting to get into the business end of this March 2010 All Africa.
There he is again, Kramer. Is he a knock off somebody again? He's got Liffman all in now with 10s. How are these 10s? All right.
Apparently they are.
Leave them alone.
Seems to be the winning hand this time.
Now, will Liffman be able to win with 10s? They haven't been too successful to date. 9, King, Ace for Kramer, boom, boom, boom.
And not a blink from the face of Darren Kramer. Knew it was coming, quite comfortable.
Somebody folded a 10, they sit at the table, it's 1 out, it won't be this time. And Mark Liffman has had a good tournament. He was one of our chip leaders at a point, he's out in 25th.
And back to our amazing feature room here in Swaziland. The All Africa Poker Tournament is definitely getting to the business end of the deal, as Neil so aptly said.
Fold, fold.
Yeah, it's down to the wire now, and we've got a few new competitors here at the featured table. Robert K is back. Paul Spies is with him.
And the other new player is, I believe, Tony Zhang, or Zhang.
Tony Zhang is one of our Zimbabwean compatriots. The DSTV channel 112 All Africa Poker channel goes out to all of Africa. And as it happens, we've got a few guys up in Zimbabwe who are enjoying the game. So this All Africa tournament is certainly becoming that.
And it looks like we've got an all-in off the bat from Serge Nadjar.
So Nadjar has moved the baby across the line.
Pocket jacks.
A pair of black fish hooks. Govender.
But this time is different. Every time you
Not become like your three compatriots on your left.
Looks like his chip stack's actually gone down quite a lot from earlier when he won those big hands.
Yeah, he certainly has shown a significant decline in his stack. I think, as I said, it's a situation where we only get to see a percentage of the poker being played, and he's obviously lost a few pots along the way. Well, he's picked up ace-king here, and I don't think this is a spot where he should be soft playing it like he did against Tricky when he did win that big pot. I think, for me, this is auto, bing, bang, blow across the line. But it's not so auto as far as he's concerned. I think the thing about ace-king is the good players play ace-king as if it's a top 4 hand, which it is. You know, although it is known to be a hand which, by its nickname as Anna Kournikova, it looks good but never wins. You shouldn't be scared of it, and it is a premium hand. And if you go broke with ace-king, well, so be it. But don't be scared of what is a top 4 hand in poker, because, well, if you start worrying about ace-king, you may be playing pickup stick soon.
Some fantastic sound effects coming from the table there. Everyone trying to stay awake. It is an amazingly long day that the guys play poker. It's now Friday night, very late into the night. Guys are
Particularly long at
tired.
this table. The guy's looking at ace-king like he's got 6-3 offsuit. And please don't throw it away. Oh my
He threw
word.
away
he
the
mucked
ace-king.
Ace-king. Govender did not want to get into a race for his life. And looks like he doesn't want to give it to the dealer.
He changed his mind halfway.
He was trying to keep it back. I think that your second thought was right, Mr. Govender. It's ace-king and you're short stacked. You got to get into the middle, and if you lose in a race like that, well, so be it. But you need to win pots to win tournaments.
You can't wait for aces for the whole tournament.
Alright, so now it's around to Deon Anthony. Have we seen his hand? He's got ace-queen. Well, maybe it was a good fold by Govender, because there's one of his outs. So, Deon Anthony, will he call the all-in play here from Nadjar? Ace-king doesn't call, but ace-queen is seriously thinking about it.
I think he's quite a big spender. He's not afraid to put the chips in the middle.
Yeah,
and
that's one thing I like about Deon Anthony. He's here to play poker, boy. Win, lose or draw.
take a chance, win a prize.
That's it. Get the money in the middle, and you got to have a ticket to win it. If you're going to start avoiding big races and big hands, then you're going to struggle to get to the end of the tournament, because you're just going to find yourself going backwards in your chip count. Deon Anthony, on the other hand, he's here to play, and he knows that if it's his day, it'll go his way. I just wish he would know it a little bit quicker.
So, Deon, Tony, Soprano, Anthony thinking very hard about this ace-queen, calling the all-in. Glass is back on and off and on and off and on.
So now Anthony just counting out the chips, seeing if he does lose how much damage it's going to do to him. Does this Nadjar have a wide range? Is he going in with air? Is my ace-queen in front? And I think that's something he has to think about here, because Nadjar, from what I've seen so far, hasn't really been playing too loose. Caitlin, he seems to be going in with the goods generally, so I think maybe that's what's keeping Deon Anthony at pace here, is that the point is that he knows that this guy is not coming along with a very wide range, and he is up against a big hand here. And as you can tell, the pot has really got up there quickly with this Nadjar all-in. And I think we've seen Deon Anthony, he likes to knock people out, and he's going to try and knock this guy out too. He's made the call. Now there's another aggressive player in the corner, and he's...
Rob K looks like he's about to give away his dog.
Yeah, I think he's given away a lot of chips during the process because his stack has gone down. There's a lot of ones there, but not much other than that. And now our new player, Mr. Zhang. One. That's another one. That is two of them. Boom, boom, boom. Anthony is going to regret that call.
Nothing short of pocket aces. Snap all in. Thank you very much for coming.
And how did Governor fold ace king here?
It's actually amazing. The man could be psychic.
Exactly 90 pounds.
So Zhang has got aces, Anthony has ace queen, and for however possible it is, Governor folded ace king.
And look at this pot. It's already at 377,000 with Anthony behind to call if he does call.
I wonder what Nadjar thinks of these jacks now. He went all in early position. He's been called and re-popped. So he can't be feeling too great at this point. Right, so it's a double all in here. Zhang and Nadjar have got all their chips in the middle, and
Anthony covers both players with that massive chip stack of his, but he's got very, very little chance of winning this because we saw one of his aces folded and the other two are in Zhang's hand.
well, now Anthony needs to flop a straight or two queens. So the flop will bring Jack for Nadjar. Bing, bang, blow. How are you looking? Almost 400,000.
And the river brings a 9 of hearts. Nadjar wins the main pot, but I think there was a bit of a side pot between Zhang and Anthony. So I'm not really sure where it goes.
No, I'm not sure. I think that Zhang had all his money in the middle. He was no side pot with Anthony, and I think all the chips. There you see them. Yvette is pushing the whole bang shoot across to Nadjar, and Nadjar from just a little bit more than 100 is now pushing almost 400.